Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Colin Drew with your sneak peek at next week, where Drew and myself will crawl through all comics releasing April 25th, 2018. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, guess what? We are on a roll, brother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got another rating and review, so you can't beat that.
Ooh, we'll take it.
Yeah, the bad news is I've lost it. Okay, there we go. Scroll. So this one's entitled All Stars by our good friend Tim Penartz. Hope I didn't mispronounce that. It's an absolute pleasure to listen to everything you guys put out. You've developed an all-star cast that provides a ton of great advice and great customer service at Cowabunga. So he's obviously talking about us as well as Eric and James. Because he starts the next paragraph as Drew, Kyle, Eric, and James, thanks for being stand-up guys and bringing me into the fold. You've really been great to listen and talk. You make it enjoyable and affordable for me as a fan and collector of comics. Thanks, Tim.
Dang. Do we do all that?
I don't think he does, but I'm going to take it as he said it.
Oh, I like it.
Because who am I to tell somebody how to think?
That's pretty nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. What was his name?
Tim.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that very much. And if you'd like to leave a glowing review like that, we'd love to read it on the air. That's really nice. We'll even read the bad ones. But yeah, that's really cool. We got some more feedback from some of our listeners out there. Aaron Churchill says, I've been hearing about this running ASM 300 joke since basically I started listening to the show. So I decided to check eBay for the price. I'm not seeing anything actually selling for that far above $200, except for maybe a CGC. I see lots of listings for high prices, but they don't seem to be selling really. Just curious if you're willing to share, how much did you get yours for, or how much did you get for yours? And I'm not trying to ruin the joke, but what's it all about? Hope to hear a new podcast soon. All right. Well, Aaron, the running joke is I have what's called seller's remorse. And I like keys. I like key comics, and I like having them. And I also
Drew's been collecting since like the 80s back in the day, and he had two big keys. His two claim to fame keys.
My claim to fame keys were Werewolf by Night 32, the first appearance of Moon Knight, and my first Todd McFarlane Spideys, and of course 300 is in that run with ASM 300, which is the first Venom, and I sold them all. I did really well. So if you're saying it's only around 200, I got more than 200 for mine. And I did now take a bath on Moon Knight because
that thing spiked. Have you looked recently?
No, I don't look anymore.
Okay, don't look anymore.
But it was, I think I got 275 for that or something, and it's I think 600 to 700 now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of my seller's remorse. You shouldn't have that as a flipper. You should not care, because you're obviously getting more than you bought it for most of the time, and that's the fun part is making a little bit of scratch enough to feed your dirty habit of buying more comics. So that's the name of the game. But I still have that with ASM, and then my lovely brother and our guest hosts Eric and such, they like to poke me about that, the fact that they all have ASMs running through their stores all the time, and they see them everywhere, and I don't have any. So that's why I bought the what was the True Believers?
Yeah, the True Believers reprint. You bought a small bundle.
I bought a baker's dozen of those. So I always have an ASM 300 story laying around. I just might not have the actual first one. And so that's the joke. It's at my expense. I cry a little bit at night, but it's okay.
It stays funny. Just like if you see it, just point at it when you're with Drew. It's funny. Just if you see the number 300 on anything, giggle at it. It works.
Yeah. You see it, you just point out, you say, you think that's yours?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get
they
bit
do
by
that.
a snake, you get looked down, you go, hey, is this the first appearance of Venom? All kinds of things. Jokes work.
Jeez. That's pretty good. I never thought of that one. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's just ways to wind me up and bust my balls. So, yay. Yay, dudes. um,
Yay, dudes. Andy's catchphrase.
Wolf Warner says that the first Deadly Class is coming out on Sci-Fi, just been announced. And now East of West is going to stream on Amazon. My dreams are fulfilled. Wolf, you need bigger dreams, but you got your Moon Girl show greenlit a little while ago, so I know you're on Cloud 9. You got all these things happening. I'm interested. That first arc of Deadly Class was really good. I dropped off after that. The first arc of East of West was really good. I dropped off after that. So I'm excited to see these on the screen as well. I think they'll be good. I don't trust Sci-Fi Network to do it well, but Amazon.
Although they're doing Krypton though, right?
Have you seen an episode?
I hear great things.
Okay, well maybe they've picked up their game.
There you go.
I think it's inconsistent when things are on the Sci-Fi Network. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Deadly Class. I have a ton of those, and East of West. I have a ton of those.
You tried to sell me your East of West at one point when you were giving up on it. I didn't pull the trigger. I wish I had.
Yeah, I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't sell it to somebody else. I think I still got it shoved in my one of my image boxes up there. So I'm gonna pull all that stuff out, see what it's trending like, and dump them. I'm gonna dump all mine. So. I think that's probably the right call. Would you say, Kyle?
Oh, most definitely.
Pumping them and dumping them.
There you go.
We posted a comic Cosmic Ghost Rider #1 cover recently, and one of the reactions from our listeners is Clint Stout says, "I thought this character was really cool until the reveal that he was spoiler alert Frank Castle. Just didn't work for me. Is there an explanation why he's so unpunisher-like?" Yes, there is. And if you would have kept reading, it would have been in the origin issue of Frank Castle, and you would have seen how he became the Cosmic Ghost Rider and why he is different than he was then. And I'll bet we even get more tidbits in this new Donny Cates series. So read it. It's great. The Thanos is fantastic. It ended really well with 18. And I expect that Cosmic Ghost Rider mini, or is it ongoing? It's probably just a mini, to be really great too. Any thoughts on that, Kyle? Do you agree with me? Totally?
I wasn't rocking with those ones, unfortunately.
Yeah. Steve Haskane says, "Hey guys, did I hear you right? In the last Comics for Fun and Profit, you can add anybody to the weekly FOC email?" Yes, we have reached out to Eric at Cowabunga, and he has very Oprah-like said, "You get an FOC, you get an FOC. Whoever wants one can get added onto the email." I'm a little bummed because I was thinking it was like special for us, and because we dig it. But anybody that reaches out to the guys at Cowabunga and says, "Put me on your weekly FOC email," they'll do it, and you can add stuff and use it to keep up with the latest and greatest ads. And there are some cool things that came out after the catalog that are coming up that you might want to reach out to them about too. We'll get to that a little later. Speaking of catalogs, the online previews catalog that hasn't arrived yet in print form is on Diamond's site, and also their retail order form, which shows the page numbers and how things are laid out. And the interesting thing to me was the order. I'm nerding out about this for some reason, and so we got the news that Dynamite and Boom got elevated to premier publisher status, and in the old days, that meant if you're a premier publisher, you were in the front half and you were in alphabetical order of the premier publishers until you get to the back half, which are also alphabetical, but then you get into the more postage stamp size solicits and with the occasional ad inserts and things. So the new order is Image is first.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Image is first. It's the first publisher in the book, followed by Dark Horse, followed by a page placeholder for DC. But of course they'll have their own solicit book that will be inserted. Then IDW, then Marvel's 2-page placeholder that'll signify that, to look at their book that's inserted. Then Dynamite, then Boom. So I cannot fathom what the deal is. It's some kind of algorithm, iTunes, Facebook level algorithm that decides what the order was. It's not alphabetical. It seems to be. They just took Image out of the middle, shoved them in the front, left Dynamite and Boom in reverse order at the end. Maybe based on sales volume. I don't know. I can't really fathom it, but that's what the order form says. With the corresponding page numbers, I'm assuming that's going to correlate to the catalog when we get it in a week and a half or so, and so that's kind of neat, and we'll see how that plays out. And how that new DC catalog looks and what its content looks like. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think it's kind of neat.
It'll be different. It's different, that's for sure.
It's definitely different. Yeah. Keeping us on our toes. Okay, so for those of you who read 799, Amazing Spider-Man, there is a spec search for you. Kyle, tell us about what's going on here with the connection between 799 and issue 263.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't read ASM 799, or if you don't want it spoiled for you. We had a lot of cool stuff about the Red Goblin and who it is and Norman Osborn and all that fun stuff. And then in 799, we get Norman Osborn's grandson, Harry Osborn's son, Normie Osborn. So a lot of people dug and ran back and found Amazing Spider-Man 263, the old book that's in a lot of dollar bins. Let's see, can't find a date on exactly, in 1985. So people were picking that up for pretty cheap and flipping them, and they were going high at one point. So look through your old stuff, see if you can find 263 for ASM, because it's spiking, because good old Normie Osborn is making a new appearance as yet another version of the Red Goblin in the new stuff. So be on the lookout at your LCSs through dollar bins or through cheap stuff or whatever. Might be nice to have some additional copies of that, especially if they do anything with this in the family business storyline or whatever they're talking about with it. So a lot of movement on that over the last few days since that came out last Wednesday.
And this is we don't know what's going to happen with these characters that Dan Slott is playing with through 801.
Through 801, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have a lot of time, I think. I think if these books get hot, and something like this comes up and you can grab a stack of 263s, do it. But I don't know if you'd hold on to them, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Do you think you just get rid of them because Normie could fade into irrelevance?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
So probably ditch that.
If you can find them cheap, flip them now.
Yeah.
If you can find them for cover, maybe just want to have one, do it in case something happens. But yeah, there's a chance to make some money real quick.
Yeah.
And also a lot of buzz about is Marvel about to greenlight an Eternals movie. So we've seen a lot of movement on the 1975 Eternals book.
Okay.
That series is moving a lot too.
I am not familiar with that.
I'm not either.
I don't think I've ever read that.
Eternals person. It's all the old Jack Kirby stuff. But we're seeing a lot of that stuff moving. So if you've got any of that stuff, you may think about trying to put it up now. just because they're kicking around is that the next Phase 4 thing? Are we talking Eternals?
Oh, okay. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Well, we, of course, as you know, we had listeners who wanted us to give them a little more advance notice on some things, so to let you guys know what our order is for previews, what we're pre-ordering a couple of months in advance. So it's about that time again. We've also got some feedback that you hate the page turning, that it annoys you. So we're going to do the best we can. We do have to occasionally flip through catalog to reference something. And so I can't get all that sound out of there. We'll do the best we can. We'd love to hear from you. Is it worth having the information if you have to suffer through a page turn or two? Or would you rather we just bagged it?
Or do you just want us to give us a list of like our top 10 things we're looking for in the previews?
Yeah. Or whatever your feedback is on our monthly previews peek at what we're ordering. Kyle,
Drew, since you're obsessed with the order of what things come out in this previews catalog, you can tell us where to start.
I think this one starts in Dark Horse. I think still, and not a lot for me in Dark Horse.
Not really either.
Yeah, in fact, I think a big goose egg for me in Dark Horse.
Yeah, of course, Brian Wood's on that Sword Daughter, but that's a pre-existing title that I wasn't into, and so it doesn't seem like something I want to jump on to.
So sorry, Dark Horse. As we go into DC, I'm curious about Hawkman. The first issue, been a while, so I'm thinking about that. Also,
now, Brian Hitch on art. Is that the guy that you always
super slow? Yeah,
super slow. So
yeah, he'll start 2 or 3 on time, and then we'll start getting
okay. So I thought that I do like variant covers by Sejic, so I will be maybe ordering those or FOC looking at those because I'm a big fan of his covers.
So Sejic is doing the variant.
Correct. He's going to be your beeline.
Always.
They've been fairly consistent with that. We'll see. Again, with this just being one, I don't know for sure.
Interesting. So yeah, that's kind of curious for me too. We've got Justice League, Scott Snyder's Justice League, number 1 and number 2, right?
Yep. Okay, so with Rebirth, we were shipping twice monthly at $2.99 or once monthly at $3.99, and now we're already shipping twice monthly at $3.99.
Or in the next title, the 6 Man of Steel that are shipping in the same month, those are all $3.99 as well.
Yeah. So we did not hold the line too much with that one. I can't be too mad, but I was kind of hoping we'd stick with the twice shipped at a $2.99 price point.
Yeah, it's shifting, and does that mean they're testing the waters for what they can get away with? I don't know.
I'm all out for Man of Steel. I'm not doing it.
You're not doing Bendis' Man of Steel.
I'm going to wait and see.
I'm thinking I'm going to trade weight too. I don't know that I need to go all in on something on sight unseen. 6 issues, $4. What is that? $24. Even with a discount, it's still significant. And I read Bendis' story in Action 1000, and it was
We're back to the underwear.
Yeah, it was kind of a big deal they made out of it. Too big of a deal, if you ask me. But, so I'm probably sitting that one out. The Justice Leagues, I'm on the fence. I don't know. What are you doing?
I want to, but I don't know. I mean, Scott Snyder on Justice League, I want to say he's probably got a really good, at the very least, he's got a good storyline in those.
Right. Well, I mean, let's look at recent Scott Snyder.
Okay.
New 52 run of Batman.
Dynamite. Can't beat it. Stellar.
Well, let's say it's got some high notes.
3 good arcs.
3 good arcs, and they happen to be 12-issue arcs. But then, what the value? We're losing value in the New 52.
Well, we scrapped the timeline, and that'll happen.
And then we have Metal. Started hot out of the gate. Are we seeing that cool now that it's finished off?
But, again, we got a really wicked character out of it and some neat stuff, so I chalk it up to a thumbs up.
Yeah. Now, I'm a big fan of Scott Snyder's Witches and The Wake and some of his creator-owned stuff, so I'm only poo-pooing it because of maybe a couple really long arcs in Batman. So I'm nitpicking.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the 12-issue arc.
You're wrong.
I've been wrong before.
You can't have that opinion.
Okay.
I forbid it. Okay, so you're probably leaning towards yes on Justice League.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Plastic Man?
Could be fun. He can either come off super dumb or endearing. And I don't know what he's going to. We got a 6-issue set, $4 a piece. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amanda Connor on variant, so that's not a good sign.
We've got another set of crossovers: Aquaman Jabberjaw, Black Lightning Hong Kong Phooey, Flash Speed Buggy, Super Sons Dynamite. Are you all in, sitting out completely, picking and choosing?
We should probably be all in, I would imagine.
The only one that is this the same? Is it Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
So it's the same that gave us the Batman Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
So we think that might be in there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Super Sons Dynamite is the one that really piques my interest.
That's the one that I'm the most excited about. I'm not going to go all in because they're $5 a piece.
Yeah.
So if I do any, it's going to be Super Sons Dynamite.
Black Lightning Hong Kong Phooey sounds like it'll be the most fun.
Maybe. Of course, Batman 48 and 49. I'm all in both covers. Mm-hmm. And then, what do we think about the preludes to the wedding issues?
Get them all.
Robin versus Ra's al Ghul, Nightwing versus Hush, Batgirl versus Riddler, Red Hood versus Anarchy, and Harley versus Joker.
Yep, get them all.
Get them all.
Get them all.
I am setting them out.
What?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. I'm going to pass. I'm going to take a pass on it. It feels like a cash grab to me.
I mean, I love Nightwing and Hush, so that's a good one. Robin and Ra's al Ghul could be fun. Yeah. Hood and Anarchy, yeah. So might as well grab Batgirl and Harley while I'm at it, too.
That is pretty much everything for me.
Yeah, that puts a cap on my DC order as well.
I don't see anything else kind of jumping out at me.
Of course, Nightwing, we'll see everything's...
Yeah, some of... Now we have IDW. The only thing I'm interested in is I think I'm going to start reading Turtles. I'm going to start reading the B covers, the Eastman B covers. It's a new story arc. 83 is a new story arc, so I'm going to start there and just give it an arc and see if it interests me. But I don't know if that's long-term flip. The Eastman covers are kind of hot, but not like crazy.
There you go. I am going to give a shot to Low Life's #1 by Brian Buccellato.
Okay. That's a good call.
Page 183. In the CD Los Angeles underworld, lives intersect like freeway overpasses. When a crime boss's poker game is robbed, 3 lowlifes, a bad cop, a drug addict, and a haunted thug attempt to stay one step ahead of the others.
I'm also going to take a flyer on that. I am not going to pony up the dough for the incentive covers.
I was gonna say we got 3 total covers, but one's an eye.
It's a 10. It's a 1 in 10 and a 1 in 15, and they're a little pricey for me, $20 and $30.
Yeah, but that's all I got on IDW.
As we slide into Image, we have Magic Order #1, which I'm kind of excited about. I'm buying all the covers except for the blank.
Okay. Now, I mean, Millar stuff hasn't really done much, but do we think the fact that he has the essentially the movie deal or the TV show deal locked already, just start getting stuff?
Yeah, that's my plan, is get them because they're all going to be optioned. If some are going to make the transition into actually getting on TV, and then they're going to be something.
There you go.
That's my plan. I mean, I don't have any evidence to back that up that that's ever happened with him. I don't know if the first Hit Girl or first Kick Ass is anything. I mean, those are probably his biggest two, right?
Yeah.
Or what's that spy thing? Old Junior James Bond thing.
Oh yeah. Crap. Why could I not?
Kingsman.
Yeah, Kingsman. Yeah. I'm thinking the right.
Yeah. I don't know what they're worth. I didn't check that either. But if they're doing well, then maybe this will as well.
If you're doing it, grab a cover A and grab that Adam Hughes cover C.
Yes, exactly. We've got Weatherman number 1. This is by Jody LaHoop, the guy that did Shirtless Bear Fighter.
Oh, crap, that's right.
So that's why I'm doing that. I'm going to get both covers. Shirtless Bear Fighter was pretty good to me, so I'm going to pick that up.
What about The Last Siege by Landry Q. Walker?
Well, it's the Justin Greenwood art that I'm coming for. He's the guy that did The Fuse, and I was a big fan of The Fuse, so I'm kind of picking it up for him, but I am going to do that as well.
Very cool.
Do anything for you on the Last Centauri Proxima?
Proxima Centauri, it's a big old skipperoo for me on that one.
Yeah, I have one. I'm taking a flyer on. I don't know, but I'm on the fence. I could easily be talked off that ledge.
There you go.
Is it the same for Stellar?
Yeah.
Or Shanghai Red?
Well, Shanghai Red, I can't tell. Is it an existing series? Because they talk about Red as a property. And they got an offer again with Sea of Red, Mercenary C.
Yeah. That was kind of my hiccup too. It does have a Tyler Boss B cover. Yeah. The dude from 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank.
Uh-huh.
So,
because I love pirates. I mean, I'm a big pirate guy, and the art looks dope.
Yeah. So Shanghai Red's a possible then.
Yeah. That'll be one of those things that I put on and maybe take off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do Stellar because the art's just phenomenal. It looks like.
You like the Stellar art?
Mm-hmm. I don't know Brett Blevins that well, but it looks good.
Okay, so I point out Sex Criminals because they raised the price to $5.
Yep.
And the XXX Scotty Young is now $5.69.
Cartoonish art, yet still pornographic.
So I'm buying both of them, but I don't know if I'm done. Yeah. Maybe 25 is a good stopping point because I don't know if I want to keep reading it at $5 a pop.
And
basically I'm paying for them to be able to print all the damn letters in the back because they probably have 20 pages of letters in the back, and I don't want to pay for that.
I've been buying 2 of the XXX covers, one to keep polybagged and one to unpolybag.
Yeah,
that practice will definitely die with the extra $1.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so they just lost a sale.
Yep. Killer Be Killed 20 series finale, the end of it. Brubaker. Keep going. Could have kept going.
Yeah, it seems like he just got to a point. It does feel like it's kind of ending quickly.
Yeah. But
it was good. It was darn good. I'm still doing a couple of runs of Oblivion Song. I enjoy that. I'm going to keep following that for a while, and hope it's Walking Dead.
There you go. Speaking of Walking Dead, holy crap, that alpha cover is awesome looking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. And I can't quit. I can't quit The Walking Dead. So even if the market's depressed, I'm still all in on Walking Dead.
Anything else in Image for you, sir?
No, I think that's it.
All right, my question for you is in the Dynamite section, Drew. Charlie's Angels #1.
They're after Marvel for me.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Marvel. Sorry.
Let's do Marvel first, if you don't mind.
Flip it to Marvel. Okay, we just got to talk about some things. Then we got to start right off the bat. Thor #1.
Tons of covers. We'll touch on some of the variant pricing that Eric has given us with Cowabunga, and the deep discounts if you want to play in that into the pool.
Oh yeah, when you want to do that?
We'll do that. We'll do that later.
Cool. I mean, Jason Aaron writing. We've got OG Thor back in. Unworthy Thor is back to being our main guy now. Are you excited?
This is going to be my third Jason Aaron #1, isn't it?
Yep. You loved God of Thunder.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Right,
I'm going to read it. I'm just saying, is it something I want to spec on? And I'm saying probably no.
Yeah, I'm with you. Except maybe, who knows if the high end variants. Those ones I'm not sure about.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you like to do those, roll the dice there, then that's a different world. I mean, I'd love to have the AHA variant.
Yeah.
But that's Iron Man. Actually, I'm down on Iron Man.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, Iron Man. This is Slot taking over Iron Man, right?
Yeah, I love Slot, but I just haven't been good with Iron Man.
There's 1,000 frickin' covers for Iron Man. Seems like.
You excited for Iron Man?
No. I liked the Iron Man. I liked Doom. I liked Riri. I liked what they were doing. It was kind of fun having him gone.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to status quo, but we'll see. I mean, I'm still gonna read it. Who am I kidding? I'm probably not. I'm probably sitting out Immortal Hulk though.
Yeah, I don't care a lick about it, unfortunately. So,
although I really liked the Deadpool movie, I'm probably sitting out the Deadpool series.
Scotty Young's take on Deadpool, you're not interested in?
Is he doing the writing?
He's the writer, not the artist. The writer.
No, it doesn't do it for me.
You sounded excited for 5 seconds.
I was curious.
Yep.
That's more curiosity. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nope.
Interested in the movie.
But Mark Waid, if he can get me into Archie, he can get me into anything.
Yeah. Multiple Man #1. Who's doing that?
Your boy Matthew Rosenberg, which means I ain't touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Okay. This is one that I'll pick up, see if he's going to do something fun with it, and it's got possibilities.
You just never know what you're getting. We got another Deadpool Assassin #1, Cullen Bunn with Bagley art. Could be awesome. Could suck.
Yeah, you're right. Also inconsistent. Yeah. Sentry, another Sentry book.
Since it's Lemire, you're getting it.
No, not. Well, his superhero stuff doesn't work as well for me. Besides Black Hammer, which I don't think counts.
And Mark Waid wades into the Doctor Strange world.
No, probably not. Well, I say this now. I mean, no. I think I'm boycotting. I think I'm boycotting because of the Donny Cates situation. I think he was doing great work with that, and I don't. Even though Mark Waid's a legend, I just don't think it makes sense for him to get yanked.
Now, are you going to be hunting for Wolverine?
No. I didn't do any of the ones. So I'm not doing any of the 2s.
Infinity Countdown, no. Avengers weekly series continuing to be weekly or whatever.
Is it?
Isn't it? Let's see, 3. Nope, maybe not. Nope, that's not.
No, I think it's going back to monthly.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe a Peter Parker annual. See what Zdarsky does with that.
With all red art.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then that Amazing Spider-Man 801. That's the Last Stand slot.
The Last Stand slot. What's he gonna do?
I'm guessing he just buttons things up.
Yeah. Love letter.
Yeah. Venom, of course, I'm still in because it's my boy Donny Cates.
Boy Donny Cates. Can't beat it.
Dazzler?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do we care? And do we care about Magdalene Vishengo?
I care about the Sienkiewicz variant cover. So I'm getting that. But I don't think I'm getting a cover A, much to your chagrin.
I'm okay with that.
Just going to get that cover. And I don't know if I'm interested in this, but that'll serve as my sample.
There you go. And my only other Marvel question is sticking with X-Men Red with Tom Taylor.
Yeah.
And do we care about the wedding?
I do.
Do we spec on the wedding?
I'm getting the classified variant. I'm taking a flyer on that one. and maybe a cover A, just to have it. And it's classified, so it could be really, really cool. So I'm taking a big flyer on that
There
one.
we go. All right, that's all for me and Marvel. And this is where I ask again, Dynamite, do we care about Charlie's Angels?
I don't think we do.
John Layman?
Is he the writer?
Yep.
Well, that could get me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's a maybe. Nancy Drews, same way.
Cool Marguerite Sauvage cover B.
I like Kelly Thompson, so I like Nancy Drew. I'm thinking of Nancy Drew, at least one of them.
There you go.
I'm not a big fan of Vampirella,
Nope.
so that's probably pretty much it for Dynamite.
Yeah. That's it for me, and I got nothing else till Aftershock.
I'm getting there. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, I have a boom.
Oh, cool. What you got?
By Night.
Okay.
John Allison, Christine Larson. I can't read this solicit. Do you have it in front of you?
I might. I'm trying not to flip, so I skipped it. Alright. Okay. John Allison, Christine Larson. What do you want the tagline?
Yeah.
New 12-issue series, Eisner Award-winning John Allison from Giant Days and artist Christine Larson from Adventure Time join forces for a story about coming home, discovering identity, and accidentally smashing a hole into another dimension. Aspiring documentarian and actual chemistry major, Jane has recently reunited with her former best friend Heather, amateur urban explorer, when a trip into an abandoned industrial building leads them to another world. Their plan begins to unfold. Create a documentary about the world and become filthy, stinking rich.
Okay, so I think this pick is influenced by me reading Dodge City, Vince, Slam, and I'm just kind of digging this kind of vibe that Boom's putting out. Might not be for everybody, so especially when I hear this listed again out loud.
Yep.
I can't heavily recommend it, but it's probably something I'll like.
There you go.
What do you got in Aftershock?
Lost City Explorers #1 from Zach Kaplan with art by Alvaro Soresica. Lost cities aren't just the stuff of myths. They exist hidden right under our nose. But when a mysterious expedition is disrupted by supernatural activity and an antiquities professor goes missing, his teenage daughter and her friends must become underground urban explorers.
Okay.
Let's do it. It's Aftershock. They're cool looking. Give me cover A. Give me cover B. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Then we go down to Alterna. I'm getting all of them.
I actually Alterna. I have this is the sound of me with my post-it note on Alterna. I think it came out on a Wednesday. Looks kind of neat.
Yep.
And we're only $1.50 for Metaphase 1. We've even knocked off 49 cents.
No, they've all launched at $1.50.
Oh, well, it came out on a Wednesday. It's $1.99.
It's thicker because it's an anthology.
Gotcha.
So Metaphase is the first issue, 2-issue series. Sonatus finishes up as 3rd issue. Scrimshaw is 6, finishes up his run. Doesn't say it's 6. Maybe it's going to be ongoing. The 7, #3 of 5 is out, and Wicked Righteous finishes up its series with its 6th issue. Getting all of them.
And Drew, as the resident aficionado on everything Alterna, they've been fairly consistent and fairly good, and there's
on time.
They're giving you no additional reasons not to. They've got a great price. They're coming out as they should, and they're continuing to pump new things. So,
yeah,
there's really no reason to dip your toe in. I mean, literally, with me going, all right, I'm going to do Metaphase. I'm in for 2 books at $1.50 each. That's it.
Yeah.
So, this will be my first Alterna comics.
I'm thinking about Nancy in Hell #1 from El Torres and Amigo Comics.
There you go. Now,
not sure about that.
Are you're not looking through the floppy book, are you? The previews.
No.
American Mythology has redone their solicitation. I like that they're talking about it. I like their logo, but man, they've gone hard to read. They're getting a little too cute.
Okay.
Tough to do.
Print's too small?
It's just they're doing this weird tab thing, and I can't really tell what issues come in, and they've gone a little too over the top graphic design, and they've made it so I'm less interested in digging through them.
Well, that's boo for them.
Yeah. There's a few that have done that where I'm like, man, you're solicit. It's just a lot of collars, but man, nothing makes me want to grab an issue.
Nice. I don't have anything else to Avatar.
I don't have anything else to Oni.
So it's Cross Plus 100 Mimic number 4, and that's just me loving Crossed. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. We're going. You're out until Oni.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. That's a long way, man.
Yeah, like I said,
it was pretty. It was a bad back half.
Yeah, I struggled.
I even went over the Overstreet. It's not my year to buy the Overstreet. I got it last year, so I couldn't even throw that at you. So what's in Oni?
Sorry, let's see. Where was I in Oni? Moved my spot. Oni, I looking at Shadow Road's number 1 Cullen Bun. So, a mythical plane that serves as a doorway through the universe. So, Cullen Bun, $4. Teenage book from Oni. The spiritual successor to the critically acclaimed Sixth Gun.
And you're still picking up Stabbity Bunny?
Oh, yeah. 3 sold out, went to it in the second print.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. So you're still picking those up. That's red. Is that Red 5?
Yeah, and one thing I was featuring with this Stabbity Bunny is I think issue 6 was the last one that their Kickstarter went through. So after this, I think we'll start Unseen Stories.
Well, I mean, I think that's it.
Is it? It doesn't say final.
No, I mean, I think that's it for me. That
was it for me as well. As far as picks, I had nothing else. Within Oni as well, I pointed out Rick and Morty presents Crombombulus Michael 1.
Yeah.
Those do very well, so no reason to stop now.
All right. Well, now that we've finished up our order, I want to reiterate the offers from Cowabunga for this order, and we have added FOC dates this time. So we told you before these had to be in by the previous order. Well, Eric and James at Cowabunga have extended these. So the FOC on the first Thor is 5/21. So that's May 21st, and you can get, of course, a free cover A with your purchase of the Ward variant 1 in 25 for $42, the Ribic variant 1 in 50 for $80, the Kirby remastered variant 1 in 500 for $675, and the Kirby Black and White remastered 1 in 1000 for $1260. You have till May 21st. Iron Man 1. May 7th is going to be the final order cutoff for that. You can get the 1 in 50 Ross for $67.50. That's a weird number. Why did they not round that up? The AHA variant, 1 in 100 for $135, and the Granov variant, 1 in 25 for $45. Immortal Hulk number 1, they're going to extend that FOC to May 14th. The Crane variant, 1 in 25 is $45. The Cone, how do you pronounce that? Keone. The Keone variant, 1 in 50, $67.50. The Buscema remastered variant, 1 in 500, $675. And the Buscema Black and White remastered, 1 in 1000, $1260. The Deadpools, the final order cutoff is going to be also May 14th. Deodata variant 1 in 25 for $45. Liefeld variant 1 in 25 for $45. Scotty Young variant 1 in 25 for $45. Opena variant 1 in 50 for $72. The Liefeld remastered variant 1 in 500 for $675. The Liefeld black and white remastered variant 1 in 1000 for $1260. Doctor Strange #1 final order cutoff is going to be the May 14th. The Del Auto variant 1 in 50, we know that'll be beautiful, is $85, and the Doctor Strange #1 Bacalo variant 1 in 25 is going to be $42. So just to reiterate those now with new FOC dates for you, and we've got something else.
Yeah, they went deeper on Spider-Man 800, didn't they?
They went even deeper. These are new Amazing Spider-Man 800 covers that are being released. These are not available via DCBS. They're doing 25% off the cover. It's a $9.99 book, so that means they're $7.49 each. Okay, we've got these are all ASM 800. They've got a Greg Land variant, a Friends variant, a Dotson variant, a Mobius variant, a Bagley variant, and a Junior Senior variant. So if any of those are interested to you, these will also be in the show notes with everything else. We'll eventually get some photos of these on our Facebook page.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a couple cool things.
I've seen a couple of the photos. They look pretty good. The Mobius kind of stuck out. That was nice. So if you're interested in that, let me know. No complimentary cover A with these. So these you're just buying this book for $7.49. And any of this stuff sounds good. And if you want to get on the FOC list, apparently, just give Eric a shout on his Facebook page, the Cowabunga Comics Facebook page, or you can send them an email, orders@cowabungacomics.com. That's Cowabunga with a K. And they will hook you up.
Yeah, it's crazy. They added these covers after the pre-order dates.
Yeah, and apparently DCBS is asleep at the wheel and haven't added them to their website. And you know how long it takes them, if you've ever been a customer of theirs, how long it takes them to respond to an email. It will take you 3 weeks. So their loss is your gain. Give Cowabunga a call and they can hook you up with those. Now, we also have the aforementioned FOC list. Now, this list can be yours by reaching out to Eric, and you can get on this list. The cool thing about it, you don't have a lot of time. It comes out on a Friday, and you've got until noon on Monday to make your decisions, your ads. They are, if you were a customer, you do get the same discount on these. You have your FOC date, so you know when you got to get this in. And he also adds the previews links in, so you can take a look at what's this special about this B cover of Aquaman, and you can click on the cover and it zooms you to what the whole solicit and everything, which is very handy for evaluating some of these. Which I just got this thing and didn't take the time to do any pre-work on this, but I did want to mention that some of this stuff is here. So there's some cool things that kind of pop out at you. There's a Batman 45 second printing, might be cool, especially if they're doing black and white again. If you missed the boat on Batman 47, you can add that. The final Astro City floppy is number 52 is in here, so you can add that. At least in the DC stuff, that was kind of what jumped out at me. Nothing in Dark Horse again. You're probably looking at it for the first time as well, Kyle.
Good call.
What do you think about the second printing of Sonic the Hedgehog or third printing of Sonic the Hedgehog #1? What do you think about those?
Could be something without seeing. I just don't know if there's anything different about it or that people will really chase.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ton of cool image stuff. There's some second prints of some second issues.
Gideon Falls going to a third print on it.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from them once we get out of issue 1. I tend to not do any deeper printings on those. I don't know if that's the right call or not, because they still have the low print runs. They still have the scarcity. Might be something. Again, I wanted to let you know that it's available. You can get this. And Kyle dropped the ball and didn't do enough research on it to help you out. Yeah, we're all disappointed. They're probably going to take their iTunes reviews back after this.
Oh man,
I know, right? Anything else jump out at you from this list?
Yeah, and I don't see anything specific FOC variants like a couple of the things we're doing. So nothing there in that specificity.
Well, let's do the sneak peek then and bring this thing home. We've been talking about comics for a while.
We have been. So I'm going to head over to previewsworld.com. I'm going to click on new releases. I'm going to slide over to April 25th, 2018, this coming Wednesday. And Drew, let's start in the newest, best, and most fun place to start. Let's start with Boom Studios.
It makes no sense. So the online publishers are in alphabetical order with their premiere. But then you get them in the book. And there's no rhyme or reason. Why does that bug me? I don't know. It bugs me.
Oh my goodness.
So we're in Boom. I'm looking. There's a second printing of that Polybag number 25.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to do anything fun with that? Those things blew up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the Polybags unopened or so we're selling for $25.
Wow.
And I passed on them. And I'm pretty sure you actually get it's just a regular cover on the second print.
Huh. Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, a little lower. We have Dark Horse. We have a Aliens book, Dust to Dust. I'm trying to see I don't know who's doing this.
Yep, I'm not either.
Who's the writer and artist?
Gabriel Hardman.
Is it him?
That's what it says on the cover. Gabriel Hardman, Rain Barredo, and Michael Heisler.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Is this the final Harrow County? No. Final arc. This is final arc.
Yeah, final arc. All right, let's settle down to DC.
Pretty Batgirl B cover. Is that Middleton again? Yep. Josh Middleton's all right.
He does good work. Detective 797. That'll be the next thing that hits the 1,000 mark here in a year.
979. Did you say 797?
Yeah, I'm dyslexic at times.
Great Flash B cover.
Yeah. The final Imaginary Friends, Tim Seeley. Or Imaginary Fiends. I knew I was going to do that.
Now, when is that? You showed me this Harley Quinn that was a Cho connector. Yeah. Is that already out?
42 came out last week, and we talked about, hey, that looks like a connecting cover. I blanked on that one. 41 had come out the month before, so we're 5 weeks out from issue 41 and 1 week out from issue 42, so they may still be at your shops.
That was a cool connecting thing.
Yeah, Joe made a really neat Harley Quinn connecting cover.
But we didn't know it were going to be connected.
I didn't pay enough attention the first time to realize it, or it just didn't click with me that how cool it was going to look.
Is this the last Frozen Wonder Woman, or is she going to do it in perpetuity?
I think she's going to continue on. I hope so, because, man, they're just good.
They're pretty.
I don't think anything's crazy happening in Suicide Squad or anything I need to worry about. Now, Trinity is ending, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have the finale of Man Down. We have one more arc after this.
I guess.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going away.
Yeah, so as of now, we're still rocking. All right, Drew, let's head on down to Dynamite. Jeepers Creepers. So that old horror movie.
Yeah.
And by old, I mean it came out in the 2000s, I think.
No, I'm not getting that. I'm passing.
I'm out.
That's it.
Yep, no. All right, that's all for me. And Dynamite, let's head on down to IDW.
And we're out.
Yeah.
Nothing there. Image Comics.
Yeah, we have the J. Scott Campbell Danger Girl 20th anniversary. It's a $10 cover. So if you're into Danger Girl, here's a celebration of 20 years, and of course, no one better to do that than J. Scott Campbell to do the cover art for that one.
I mean, there's a Dungeons and Dragons Evil at Baldur's Gate #1, and this
Jim
is
Zub.
Jim Zub. I don't like him. Dean Cott's doing the art. It is a nice wraparound cover. I don't know. Dungeons and Dragons books never kind of live up to what I think they could be.
There you go. All right, then let's see if anything in Image can live up to what it needs to.
I'm still digging Ice Cream Man a lot.
Yeah, it's freaky, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. And of course, we got a Saga. But it's not a great week from Image.
April Fool's variant for Redneck. Cosmic Redneck.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah, that one was pretty psyched about. Got a few of those coming.
And it looks like a whole new batch of Image firsts will be hitting your comic book shops. So if you missed out on Moonshine, Moonstruck, Redneck, Street Angels, Age of Bronze, Curse Words, Fear Agents,
They're $1.
Pick them up for $1. It never hurts to try a $1 comic. That's what I always say.
It's a good rule to live by.
All right, let's head on down and see what we got in Marvel this week.
We got some more Old Woman Laura, which is an amazing storyline that started last month. And
what is that? Oh, that's an all new Wolverine, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, all new Wolverine 34 Tom Taylor book. Really great.
Plus guest stars you'll never believe in exotic locales you never thought you'd visit.
Yeah, they made Ms. Marvel the president, I think.
Yeah.
And they made and then Honey Badger was all grown up. It was really cool. It was really, really great and very inventive.
Here we start the Hunt for Wolverine. Hunt for Wolverine #1, Charles Soule. The return of Wolverine begins here, providing the first piece of a mystery that will leave no corner of the Marvel Universe untouched.
Now I remember why I set this out. Charles Soule.
Legion 405.
Mighty Thor 706 might be good too. This is post-death.
Yeah.
And so maybe we get to see Jane go to heaven or Valhalla. It's kind of neat.
There you go. Now,
what about Moon Girl?
Yep, we knocked it out of the park with 28. We're doubling up on 29.
Right? Yeah.
We've got.
So what's happening in 30 we need to be aware of?
Well, let's see. A fantastic return. Who stands between Earth and a world-devouring menace? All new, all different Fantastic Four with plenty of legacy. Plus an appearance by 2018's most requested character. I mean, I kind of got to.
Yeah.
I kind of need to get this.
If they're 2 in a row right there, spectacular pickups.
Yeah. Don't sleep on them. They're a super low print run. So if anything happens, people do not have these.
We have.
Speaking of super low print run, Moon Knight. No, just kidding.
Jeez, you suck. Moon Knight 194. This is the true origin of Mark Spector. Back in the old days, when I used to collect comics, origin issues were investment comics. And so when you got an Origin, it was the only Origin that ever existed and never tweaked it. And it was a big deal now. So I'm going to treat this like it's a big deal. Maybe it's because it's Moon Knight, but I think I know what his origin is, but this is the true origin. So we'll see. We'll see what this has, what the deal is, and keep an eye out for it.
For old time's sake, I'm going to look at Spider-Gwen and see if there's any reason to ever jump back.
Well, it's done, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's still in the solicit we just went through.
Pretty sure Latour said it was ending.
But when?
But when? When, Spider-Gwen, when?
Star Wars Vader 15, Dr. Aphra 19, Thanos 13 fourth, 14 fourth, 17 second, 18 second, annual 1.
Man. I probably should have.
Annual with a variant. Sorry, I keep talking over you. My bad.
Yeah, I should have got that variant annual. You know, and you know what, that Superior Spider-Man trade paperback. It's the complete collection. It says Volume 1, so if it's complete, is that not really complete? No, because that's like 30 some issues. So I guess it can't be.
Yeah, this is ASM 698 through 700 and Superior 1 through 16.
Okay.
But I will tell you what, I friggin' love the Superior run. I don't care. It sounds stupid when you're like, all right, let me give you the elevator pitch. He swaps minds. Yeah, I get it. That's dumb. But once it's done, it's actually really cool.
It was really great.
I love it.
So yeah, I think the Thanos annual for sure is a no-brainer. What do we think about those second printings of 17 and 18? Because I'm out at fourth printings.
We want that 17.
Yeah.
We want that 7. That's different. That's cool looking.
Was that Surfer on the cover?
Yeah. Or whatever his moniker is as he's like that.
Surfer Thor.
So they're different covers. So they're worth snagging up.
And then we've got not a great cover, but a nice two Thanoses fighting on the cover of 18 second printing. So, yeah, probably should have pulled the trigger on those. Oops. It's pretty good. Marvel has a pretty strong week there.
We got Mike Costa finishing up his run on Venom. X-Men Blue doing whatever it is, and of course X-Men Red going to a second print. All right, Drew, anything else? All right, let's check our back halves and see what we got in our Black Masks, our Aftershocks, our other things.
You have less to choose from now.
I know, we've moved Booms and Dynamites out.
That was your go-to.
I know.
Well, it's the pre-prom issue of Archie, number 30. Don't know that that's a big deal.
There you go. Deep Roots number 1 from Vault Comics, Dan Waters. Roots, once suffocating under cement, tear through the streets of London to throttle buildings. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I care about Weeds Gone Wild. I think I passed on that. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
I think I did the same on Forever Free.
Yeah, from Titan Comics.
From Titan, yeah. I think I passed on that one.
Yeah. Not. What about Prisoner number 1? Is that that's Titan? Peter Milligan.
Yeah. That's a tie-in from an old television series long ago, even before my time.
Time to coincide with the 50th anniversary of
Yeah.
Wowzers. We got what is this? A Kirby Allred cover. Huh.
I point you to the cover B of Rick and Morty 37, which is is that a Pickle Rick?
Yes, it is. And it's a Pickle Rick homage to the X-Men cover for Days of Future Past.
Oh, there you go.
Because they did the episode 300 homage previously.
Songs of the Dead, number 2. I point that out because I just read number 1 and it was really good. I liked it.
Stabbity Bunny 4. We just talked about how 3 went back for a second print. People loves us some Stabbity Bunny.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised.
From Antarctic, we have Trump, Putin on the hits, number 1. Drew, $10, $9.99.
Come on. Wilds, number 2. This was a really good first issue. It was a Black Mass book. It's dystopian future, but I like it.
We do like dystopian. We like our post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
Anything else, sir?
No, I don't think so.
All right, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I tell you to go back through the things we've already talked about and pick out one of those lovely books as the one to make sure you go to your local comic book shop, pick up, put in a top loader, seal up with a kiss, and know that you are going to pay off a kid's college one day with it.
It is Redneck number 12, cover B, the April Fool's variant with Cosmic Redneck on the cover.
Very cool, very cool. Of course, Stabbity Bunny number 4, I think, is a great thing to pick up. I also glad you pointed out that Rick and Morty B cover with that homage to
but you're going to go Stabbity.
Yeah, I'm going to go Stabbity. I am going. Oh, that's right. You're writing these down, so I've got to be more concise with these.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm also pointing out what was else. There's something else in Marvel that I was like, oh yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, check out those Thanoses as well when you go through Marvel.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that Silver Surfer is cool.
And don't sleep on Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur 30. Because if you slept on 28 and 29, you missed out.
True.
All right, anything else, Drew?
That'll do it.
All right, we want to thank you for coming along on this journey through episode number 452 with Drew and myself. Of course, if you want to reach out and be part of the podcast, feel free to drop us a line or send us a tweet through Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram. We have a Gmail account. All of these things can be found at comicsforfunandprofit.com. So feel free to drop in, tell us what we missed, or tell us what we should add, or if you get a line on something that's going to be the next big spec item, feel free to drop us a line and give us a heads up on that. We appreciate it. So, for Drew, for myself, see ya!